Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop.
We'll
We
be
will
as bright
not
as the
stop.
sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time.
Look at
Baby, baby, now
See this?
go.
How you cannot go
Baby,
here?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, come on in, you guys. I want to give a shout out to Sonia Watts for being first in the building. You've got a ticket 7929470. Lisa Taylor coming in second. You got a ticket 7929469. And Nancy LaRose, you got a ticket coming in third 7929468. You guys, I'm just as tired as you. I know it's Monday, but hey, it's a good thing we woke up. So suck it up, Buttercup. We gonna still do the darn thing. That's what we gonna do. We're here, and for some reason, God gave us another chance to wake up. It's not guaranteed every time you wake up. You go to sleep, you're gonna wake up. It's just not. And so, thank God for even the things that you think, like, I am so tired. But I got my butt up, and I was on time. Okay? So anyway, you guys, I want to share. I want to talk about this young lady, because I know that we've all been in that situation. That those of us that have children or cared for kids where they got in trouble, showed out, stood up in the car, whatever, and we always threaten the kids, well, I will stop this car, or I will make you get out. You can walk home. We would tell our kids that. Well, there's a lady, and she's actually, I think she's in the Alabama area, you guys. Yes, she's in the Alabama area. Her name is Sarah. She was allegedly supposed to be punishing her 7-year-old child. So, because he had got in trouble at school and she had to go, I guess she was picking him up or whatever. And so they're saying she accidentally ran him over. She was driving slowly. She made him get out the car. And she was like, hey, get out the car. You're going to walk home. And, and it was 8 blocks away from where he had to walk. And she slowed down, was talking to him, whatever. And when he went to the car to get in the car, she accelerated and the back rear tire ran over him. Now, he's not dead, you guys. But, something like that is painful. And yeah, they done charged her. They done charged her with some stuff. So let me read you it's very small. We're gonna go into conversation because I'm trying to give everybody a chance that came in late or whatever that can still call in. So I'm not gonna talk that much. Matter of fact, like I said, I am tired. Man, this job that I got now, boy, I mean, maybe I got so used to just doing things but now, they give you a lot to do. So anyway, this is what it says. A mom runs over a 7-year-old son after making him walk home from school. An Alabama mama has been charged with child abuse after she accidentally ran over her 7-year-old child while making him walk home from school as a punishment for getting in trouble. The incident involving a 27-year-old Sarah Rachel Hams, who picked up her son earlier this month from school and learned from the boy's principal that he had gotten in trouble that morning, according to the police. As a form of punishment, it says James. I guess her name is supposed to be James and not Hams. Okay, that's a typo. So Sarah James stopped her car not far from the school and made her son get out to walk or run the rest of the way home, a distance of about 4 blocks. While he walked, James drove beside her son for a few blocks, but as she slowed down, the boy tried to grab the door handle of the car, and when she accelerated, son, supposed to be her, it's a lot of typos in this report. Her son was pulled under the car and ran over with a rear tire. The investigators believe, they done already came to an assumption. They done believe the incident was an accident. But a Cambria, that's the police department, said the boy would never have been in that situation if he hadn't been punished. She may not have realized he was doing that. The Cambria said. Oh, wow. I need their job. No. The boy is in stable condition and was brought to the University of Alabama Hospital. He suffered abrasions on his back and side of his head. James has since been charged with aggravated child abuse and was released on a $50,000 bond 3 days after being arrested. Oh my goodness. So I've got 2 of them. So let me see what's going on the other one here. That's the first one. I want to read this one. I always try to get maybe about 2 or 3 because that was poorly written. Alabama mom runs over her 7-year-old son with the car after making him walk home from school as punishment. Okay. An Alabama mama has been charged with child abuse after she accidentally ran over her 7-year-old son while making him walk home from school as a punishment. Police said the incident happened on February the 9th around 3:30. That ain't been too far, 10 days ago. Around 3:30. I like this one because it's kind of a little bit more detailed. When Sarah James, 27, picked up her son from school in Boaz, Alabama, Sarah James was told her son had been sent to the principal office because he had gotten in trouble earlier in the day, police said. As a form of punishment, James stopped her car not far from the school and made her son get out to walk. A 7-year-old. You guys, I know, and I can see what, I can really put myself in her shoes, by even saying it. I don't think I've ever done it. I think I've stopped the car and made them get out the car and just to see what their reaction was, but I didn't drive off or nothing. I was like, just don't make me stop the car. So, as a form of punishment, James stopped her car not far from school and made her son get out and walk or run the rest of the way home, a distance of about 8 blocks. Okay, while he walked, James drove beside her son for a few blocks, but as she slowed down, the boy tried to grab the door handle of the car. So he probably like, let me get in. And she was like, and she stepped on the gas. I mean, hey, I'm reading it, but yeah. According to the police, when James accelerated, her son was pulled under the car and ran over with the rear tire. Investigators told the Miami Herald that they believe the incident was an accident. Okay. She may not have realized he was doing that. Pulling on the door? God watched over him. So somebody named Akrambia, I thought that's the police, is saying that. According to police, the boy is in stable condition and was brought to the University of Alabama Hospital. What, ain't that the BHU or something like that? I don't know. Where April worked? I don't know. But anyway, he was being treated for abrasions on the back, and they're saying the same thing. It's just written a little bit better. James has since been charged with aggravated child abuse and was released on $50,000, bonded out 3 days after an arrest. Okay. They say here's the original source. Okay, I want to hear the original. I want to read the original. Okay, so an Alabama mother has been charged with... No. Let me see if there's anything. They really didn't change anything. They said the same thing. When the boy tried to grab the door handle of the car, but as she slowed down, the boy tried to grab the door handle. When he walked, James drove beside him. Okay, when James accelerated, her son was pulled. Okay. So they doesn't say anything else. I've got one other thing I need to share with you guys. It was hard going to school today. So, let me try to find it. Oh my God. Okay, so our family member Lisa is sharing this with us. If it'll pull up. BPD. So BPD is Bakersfield, California. Bakersfield Police Department. A 3-year-old boy died last week after he and his siblings were playing with belts, according to information contained in a warrant and online fundraiser. A Bakersfield Police Department investigation is looking into whether the death was an accident or the result of abuse or neglect. A police spokesman said, "Is choosing not to name the child or has family at this time. All children in the home were 5 or under. Police was called November the 20th to an apartment on the 38th Street to report a child hanging in a closet and not responsive, says the warrant. Police arrived around noon to find the child not breathing and with ligature marks around his neck, according to the file. The parents told police they were watching TV when their daughter ran in the room screaming the boy had died. The father said he began CPR. The daughter said she, the 3-year-old, and another boy was playing with the father's belts when the other boy choked the 3-year-old, according to the warrant. The child was taken to the hospital and believed to be brain dead. A GoFundMe page is set up in his name. A week ago said he's dead from a tragic accident. The home was searched and items in the closet, including an empty milk crate and electrical cords, was seized, according to the warrant. I don't know if I believe the parents on that one, you guys. I just don't believe the parents. All these kids 5-year-old done hung another kid. I just don't believe it. I don't know if you guys believe it. I can tell you right now, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't know what's going on with this. Hey, woke to God. Thanks for being a member again. I just don't believe it, you guys. What do you guys think? I don't know what's going on there. That's crazy. The daughter said, they said all the kids was 5 and under. Come on, at a sister. How you doing? I see you in the building. I'm just sitting here looking at this crazy stuff. You know, Woke the Guy says, it sounds suspicious. Yes, both of them sound suspicious because, I mean, I can see where the woman is walking the child home or told the kid to get out because he was doing something wrong at school and driving slow. And then he ran up to the car, probably, let me in. And she's trying to scare him. So she's skidding off. And he falls down trying to hold on to the door. And she runs over him. I can see that. I actually can't. What the problem is Lisa Calhoun says, I don't believe it either. The problem is, you know, they're assuming so quickly that it's an accident. And I do think that it might be an accident, but why would you write it down as an accident when we don't know? You know, like, we don't know. We don't know if mom just flaked out. We don't know. But this one where there was all these kids in the home and all the children that was in the home was under 5 years old. I don't believe one hung the other one with the belt and, you know, and then they got electrical wires in there and milk carts in there. Ain't nobody watching the door. You got 5 kids. Ain't nobody watching the kids. Y'all sitting around watching TV. I just, man, it is getting sad. Because how does a child that age hang himself, then they say another child did it? I thought they said the little boy was hanging. This is what it says. A 3-year-old boy died last week after he and his siblings were playing with belts, according to the information on the fundraiser. A Bakersfield Police Department investigation is looking into whether the death was an accident or the result of abuse or neglect. Okay. The child's name is not to be said because of the family at this time. All children in the home were 5 or under. Police was called November the 20th to an apartment on 38th Street. The report of a child hanging in a closet and non-responsive. Police arrived around noon to find the child not breathing and with ligatures marks around his neck, according to the files. The parents told the police they were watching TV when their daughter ran in the room screaming the boy had died. The father said he began CPR. The daughter said she, the 3-year-old, and another boy was playing with the father's belt when the boy choked the 3-year-old, according to the warrant. The child was taken to the hospital and was believed to be brain dead. A GoFundMe page is set up in his name, a tragedy accident. The home was searched and items in the closet, including an empty milk cart and electric cords, were seized. Even though it was a milk cart in the closet, how that boy gonna get the belt over the pole and then stick the other boy's head in there and have some kind of loose? No. I just don't see it. Shouldn't that be neglect? Yeah, that's neglect. Yeah, that's neglect all day long. But shoot, on neglect, you only get 6 months. One thing I do have sometimes feel sorry for some of these people. Because, it may sound crazy, but some of the things that they do can happen. Like I said, I don't know about this kid being hung in the closet now. Now, the devil is a lie. I'm not believing that. I'm just not believing it. And I guarantee you that didn't happen. I guarantee you it didn't happen. I know it didn't happen. I wouldn't believe that. The things kids see on TV. You think they seen something on TV and this happened? I don't know. You guys, okay, so there's one more. You guys. And see, usually it sounds like another lie. I must say it does sound suspicious, girl. Yeah. It is suspicious. I'm going to see if somebody sent me this. But it's not telling me the whole story. Oh, hold on. A woman was arrested on suspicion of murder and felony child endangerment Friday after a 3-year-old child was found dead on the 500 block of El Tejon Avenue in Oildale around 7 a.m. Arrest Margaret Ika 32, Friday at her home, the department report. The reporter said the child was found not breathing and had injuries that indicated the toddler was abused. That's a whole different ball game. Some people be doing too much. That's a whole different ball game. It's stretch made up story for authorities to justify. I smell negligence all the way around. Hey, you guys. Yeah. I don't believe it. I just don't. And let me try to see. Let me see if I can find another one. Not another report of the same thing. That's what I'm trying to think of right now. My phone's been doing some crazy stuff lately. Oh, it just does what it wants to do. It really do.
Oh, God. Oh, wow. You really have to, it's not pulling it up. It's just not pulling it up. Oh, God. Let's see. So maybe I'm not going to get to see it. That's okay. Can anybody answer the question? Did they already give Jacqueline and Trezell all their time? Somebody asked me the question, and we never did end up with the results of Trezell and Jacqueline. We know that they had got something, and then something went on. Let me see. I've read this already. Anyway, if you guys want to call in and tell me what you think about these two cases, which one you believe, which one you don't believe, which one can happen or which one couldn't happen. Could 5 kids? I don't know how many kids it was. They said all the kids that was in the house was under 5. So we do know it was a little boy, the one that deceased, the little girl that ran in, and then she said another little boy. So we do know at least 3 kids was in that house under 5. And the way that they making it sound like the little girl is saying the other little boy choked him. So the other little boy is probably not part of the family. Give me about 20 minutes. I'm live.
You said what?
Give me 20 minutes. I'm live. Where you been?
Okay, do you want me just to come by?
Yes, baby. Yes.
Okay.
You bringing that trailer?
No, I got to do something for Chandelier today.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, they got 15 years to life plus 4 years. Okay. 15. They got 15 years to life. That's not bad. That's not bad. Look, they're around 34 years old and 15 years. Okay, so that's no time at all. They're going to be 49 when they get out. They can still, the man can still have kids and have a whole family and go somewhere and sit down and collect this Social Security and all that other stuff, you guys. Yeah. It's all of that and some. Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, so if you guys want to get your tickets, Sonya Watts is telling you, call in. Call in. It is $328 right now or $325 right now. If you want your tickets, this is the only month. When we hit March, you guys, you're not going to be able to get them free tickets. Trust me, you're not going to be able to get them. And then somebody going to come in here and they're going to be like, I'm on a budget. We're all on a budget. And the funny thing about it, it's funny when I said the word budget, but my grandmother, when she was in her older age, and, she started, being incontinent. If you don't know what incontinent means, she don't know to go to the bathroom. Whatever. When we put a pamper on her, she would say that was her budget. Hey, this is SP.
Hey, SP, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Zan. This is your number, 792-9471. Thank you for calling in, sweetheart.
No problem. So, the first one is questionable, but they charged that mother with neglect right away, right?
Right. They charged her with neglect right away. But they are saying they do believe it was an accident.
Right. So I don't understand how she got a neglect charge if it was an accident.
Exactly.
Doesn't make sense.
See, what normally happens is, and I'm just going to be honest with you, when these people go to jail, what the police say right up front, it helps them. It helps them to stay out of jail. So when they said, we believe it was an accident, or the investigators believe it's an accident, that tells you right now what's happening. Remember when the one guy was at the house over there in Kansas City, and those three was found dead in the backyard? What's the first thing they said?
Oh, it must be an accident.
Yeah, they believed there was no foul play.
Right.
He ain't went to jail yet, have he?
No. And that whole thing was suspect. I feel like they just want that out of the public eye because that whole thing was suspect, SP.
Yep.
How did people get out there? One of the people didn't have no clothes on? Come on now.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that whole thing was suspect.
Yeah. And these are the stories that we're starting to hear now. You know, I mean, they're getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
So what do you think about these kids? So we only know about 3 of them that was in the house, but they all under 5 years old. It could have been 4 or 5 of them, but they're always under 5 years old. One child in the closet hanging, and a milk cart is in the closet, and belts and electrical cords is in the closet too.
That to me is questionable because what child under 5 knows how to make a noose?
Exactly. And even though that they're that young, look, you can put 2 kids together on a milk cart, they still can't reach the top or throw the belt over and then make a loop and put his head. How he gonna get his head in it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that story, that whole story is questionable to me.
But you know what though? And I'm gonna say this. It is very questionable. But when I was young, when we were young, you know, my family was very big. We had all these boys. We had this big walk-in closet, and we would crawl up on the walls of the hallway. Like, we put our back up against one side of the wall, and we put our feet up there, and we can get up there. We would get up there though. We would. And I'm pretty sure we were 5, 6. I mean, we wasn't no 3, 4, and 2. We wasn't, but we can crawl. We would be playing with the stuff in the closet.
Right, but you couldn't put each other up there, right?
Right, no.
See, when I was little, I remember my family telling the story that when I was like 3 or 4, I tried to hang myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Call myself mad because my mom wouldn't let me watch Gilligan's Island. So I stuck my neck through some kind of hoop or something, and I was just dangling up there. It just so happened my mom came in to say something and saw me dangling and got me down.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. But I just don't understand how another child could have choked her. That's the part that throws me.
Right.
I just don't get that. Like, was it already made into a noose? Did somebody older make it into a noose? I just got questions. I got questions.
You're right. And then what was hanging where he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be hanging on the other side or something.
Right, because if there's a milk crate there, you should be able to touch it with your feet.
Yeah.
That's how you got up there.
Yeah.
So it's just, I got questions with this one.
Yeah, and they said he was hung with the belt, not the electrical cord. That would, then we would have to do a lot of thinking, cause how long is it and all that. But a belt, I he can be 600 pounds. The belt still, I just don't see some. You gotta have a weight on the other side for him to hang himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally understand.
I
It don't make sense to me.
I
It
just
don't add, all the things don't add up to me.
no. Alrighty.
Okay?
Yes,
Thank you for letting me call in, though.
thank you for calling in.
No problem.
Bye bye. Okay, anybody else want to call in? I seen Tina Paris trying to call in. Tina, call on in. Call on in. Get that ticket, girl. Come on, call on in. I'm gonna give 3 tickets out before I get off of here today. And tired as I am, I just want you guys to, when them tickets come and say, "Oh, that was a call in." See there, you guys. See, come on, you guys. 36 minutes. Let's get it. And then we're out of here. We're out of here for today. And we're early. It's only but 3:33. Anyway, I just don't believe that. I did hear a little bit of information about on the Tyrese case, Tyree Nichols. They are now trying to make it where if you're a police officer and now you get a job, they're going to make it harder. Like if you got strikes against you where you got abuse or you got some kind of altercation and all of that, then you may not become a police officer in Tennessee. Hey, Soldier Girl, what's going on?
ISP, nothing's going on but the rent.
All right, the rent. You got a number here, 7929472. You're in there. What's going on? Tell me.
What was the subject? What are we talking about?
We're talking about 2 cases. There's a little boy that was in the Alabama area. He got in trouble at school. His mother picked him up, and a couple of blocks after she drove, she let him out the car and gonna make him walk home. He's 7 years old, and she was driving really slowly next to him, and then he went to the car to get in the car, and she accelerated, and the car whipped him underneath in the rear wheel, ran over him. They're saying that's an accident. And also, we're talking about a little boy in the Kern County area where the parents was watching TV. All the kids in the house is under 5 years old. They were in the closet allegedly, and one boy was found hung.
Oh my goodness.
And the little girl runs in the living room allegedly and say, hey, he just died. And when the police get there, they do see the lacerations around his neck, and they've started CPR, but he's brain dead. And the parents are saying one child hung the other child.
Yeah. That's what it sounded like. If all the kids were in the closet, they were playing properly.
But all the kids is only but under 5.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they could have helped them do that.
Now, they did find a milk cart in the closet and stench cards. And,
Good.
yeah,
So he stood on the crate?
that's what they're trying to say.
That's sad.
You think it's
I
true?
hadn't heard about that one, but I heard about the first case we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
And I thought to myself, that is a horrible parent. What kind of parent does that?
Well,
It's over a child.
they're trying to say it was an accident. I've threatened my kids before and said, I will stop this car and make you walk home.
Right. And if you do, the child should be on the sidewalk.
And he could have been on the sidewalk and ran to the car because she was driving really slow. and try to get in the car.
Get in. Uh-huh. And she just took off.
Well, maybe she tried to make it seem more realistic. You know?
And then his foot or his hand got caught. Something got caught.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Oh my God. He's okay though, right?
Yeah. He's still alive.
Thank God for that. It could have been much worse. Oh my God. An angel was with him.
Exactly.
Well, I don't have anything. Just wanting to talk about whatever you're talking about.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, this is SP. What's on your mind? Sanjay Watts.
Hello, SP.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. Hi, chat. I just called in to say that I think a lot of, hopefully a lot of good things, not that Tyrese is dead, but not that that's a good thing, but a lot of good things will come out of the investigation on how to, look at things and redo things and look at the police force and everything in a different way. I pray that happens because it was so much, things that was done wrong, even with the ambulance and all those people that showed up on the scene. They, there should be a lot of changes, and I wish that and I feel like that his parents will continue and not just let it be, just something that happened. Because a lot of times people, once they get the money, they go on. But we need to be new laws put in place. It's basically what I'm saying.
Exactly. And you know what? This is crazy that every time when I even think about this case, and I hate to say this, I guess it's just trauma, but I think about that job I just quit.
Yes.
Everybody's doing everything wrong, and they get mad at you because you're like, no, I can't do this, you guys.
Yes, see, what you told me is the same situation. It's just a different profession, but it's the same thing. You got to go along to get along, and then you could lose your life or you could lose your job. There's different things that can happen. You lose your license to go along to get along. Just because he did, someone else did it, you'd have to stand up like you did and say, no, I'm not doing it. And that's a real hero to me because I don't go along to get along. I know I make some people mad, but I'm not going to jail for nobody, and neither am I gonna be on court, in court lying for somebody.
Right.
I'm not doing it. You can call me what you want to, but that ain't me.
But you see how angry they got at me and
Started
yelling at me and stuff and talking to me all nasty. Oh.
They was on live. I mean, just talking and, like, that could have got them in, well, it might still get them in some serious trouble because you wanted her to redo something that she had already notated as the truth, and you want her to change it. No, that's not happening.
Right.
And that's what happens on these jobs. You have to walk away sometimes because people don't want you to, go against what they got going on. They like bullies on the job.
Yeah. Now, and I've learned from that, and I was like, oh, I don't even know how I got in that situation. I was helping somebody, and they was like, she was helping you. I was like, no, I was helping her.
And you see how it turned out?
Yeah.
It can even be your family members. It can even be your family.
Yeah.
And that's the hard thing, and that's the sad thing about it.
And the minute you let go and do what they want, it gets worse and worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
It
You
do.
can lose the license. You can lose a lot and over that incident.
Right. You're right. And I thought about that, and I just thank God that, you don't, people find themselves, you remember before it all happened, I kept on saying, I see how people find themselves in a bad situation and don't know how to get out of it.
Just
And-
like that guy with Tyreek, that he the only one that stood up and he didn't, he didn't check with everybody else to see what's right or wrong. He knew that situation was wrong,
Yeah.
and he stood up just like he did. And it takes a real person to stand up. And that's why I don't be in crowds and gangs and stuff like that. I have my own brain. And you have to have your own brain, or you lose your license,
Yeah.
or you lose who you are. You really do.
Right.
I couldn't sleep at night knowing all that stuff that happened to Tyree that night. I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's know that these cases are teaching us, and it help you too to stand up then, because that's the same situation.
Yeah. Yeah, and I knew, I was like, I just could not go, I still continue to go to work, but it seemed like they were angry with me.
You knew the hostile environment. That's a hostile environment.
Yeah.
You
So
could have sued them in every direction that you wanted to.
so I had to
So
quit.
much.
I had to quit.
But it's so much you could have got out of that too. But a lot of times we just want to walk away. But that's a hostile environment. That
Yeah.
You got to go along to get along. No.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Did I give you your ticket, girl? Let me see.
I don't think so. But
Okay, I'm finna give it to you right now.
wait, hold on before you put my name on that. Who came in?
Right before you, soldier girl. And I got her ticket in there.
Oh, so the girl got one? Okay.
So your number 7929474. Gotcha.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. I got 2 other people trying to call in. You guys, we're going to give them a chance to call in. You guys got to remember, when you hear somebody on the phone, that means the phone line is going to be busy. So call on in. I got 2 people. I know when I see your name pop up, I know you're trying to call in. But I just want to hear what you guys got to say. This is February. This is Black History Month. Come on, you guys. Come on. Let's make some history. Let's find out what you're thinking. At one time in our lives, somebody was asking me earlier. They was like, this is weird, because they said somebody got in trouble, or the school had to send letters out to families to ask for permission so that the school class can read a book from an author that was black. And I was like, well, what's wrong with... Well, first of all, they don't really have books in classes anymore. But second of all, it was... it seemed the person that I was speaking to was a little upset about it, because why is it that you have to get permission to read a book that the author is black? You didn't get permission to read the author that's white. Like, some of the family members would get angry or whatever. So that's what they said to me. So I said, yeah, I understand what you're saying now, because they're dictating, like, we don't really get to read books that's from black authors. So before we can do this, we have to get permission. But it's weird. And I guess what they're saying is still that slave mentality still goes on today. I know that's another apple on another different tree, but I just wanted to share some conversations. Like I said, I love talking to people and people communicating. Hey, Miss Phyllis, how you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. How you doing, SP?
I'm doing good. Let me give you your number, 7929475.
Okay, thank you. But listen, I don't know that those kids would be strong enough to make a knot stay. I guess it depends on how much the kids weigh, maybe.
Exactly. I mean, I look at my grandson and he's 5. Well, he's 6, and I just can't see Him and 2, 3 other kids.
Because I have one the same age and one that's 4. And I don't think that, I don't know.
Cause you gotta make the loose or the
Right.
noose.
Then you gotta make that so it won't slip. You know, how they know to make a knot that won't come apart?
Right.
I don't know about that.
And then how did he get hung? Like,
Right.
I just don't believe it. I just do not believe
That's
it.
my take on that one. I don't know.
Alrighty.
As far as for you leaving that job, girl, you know you did the right thing. You know, it's too bad that stuff is probably still going on. But eventually it'll get changed. But yeah, sometimes you do have to, I agree with the other caller, you have to walk away.
Yeah. I be waiting. Sometimes some of the people that's there, still there, like the residents or something, they'll call me, or some people that work there, they'll call me and they'll tell me what's going on. A lot of people quit, but I mean, they're still in operation. And I was like, I don't expect to see it just, shut down or whatever, because, the woman told me the investigators came in there and they didn't find anything. I was like, that's,
Money talks, honey.
girl, don't it? Because here's the thing, they did a full investigation. Well, nobody was asked any questions. I wasn't.
See,
They
know
make,
how to do it. They know how to do it. It's just like when we were trying to investigate it. And still, with my niece, the state, Columbus didn't find anything wrong. How can you not find anything wrong? Anybody walking in that place, I mean, my God, I say money talks,
but you know what normally happens when people get away with stuff like that all the time? I guarantee you just give it time and they're going to get caught up. Remember the young lady everybody was looking for, Gabby Petito?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Everybody hate what happened. But here's the bottom line, and I'm just going to be honest with you. They should have arrested either her boyfriend or her when they got into it.
That's right. It could have been prevented.
It could have been prevented. You seen the scars. One already said they did this, did that, and you should have made sure they stayed away from each other. You couldn't make sure, but if you would have just put them in jail or whatever and charged them like your job, like you were supposed to do, she would still be here. She would.
Yeah.
But you didn't do that. Y'all took the rules and stuff. You threw them away and was like, okay. You knew she said she did this. She hit him. Da 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 da. That's a cry out for help.
Yeah, it was a cry, but I still think though the parents of him should have gotten something.
Right.
I just don't,
Exactly, and I always felt that way when people go against the rules and stuff. Rules are there for a reason. Laws and safety things, instructions and stuff is there for a reason. And when you don't do that, that's when everything hits the fan.
That's right.
Yep.
You got it. But okay, I'm gonna give somebody else a chance. I know you're not gonna stay on long, but just keep on being STs.
Alrighty, thank you.
God bless.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Miss Tina, what's going on? I got you right here. Tina Powers in the building. Your number is 7929476.
Well, I believe it's neglect.
Which one?
Both of them.
And you're right again.
I mean, our parents used to scare us a lot. The way that your mom, that you did your kids, my mom did me. I'll stop this car in a minute.
Yeah.
She did not do, what this mother done, and I think it's just neglect all the way around.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, do you but I could see it being an accident, a neglect, but being an accident on the first one. I can really see that being an accident, like, I'm gonna teach him a lesson or accidentally step on. I don't know. I don't think that she's like, get out in front of the car and I'll hit you. I just don't. Not if she was driving next to the child slowly. But here's the thing, that's her story. Is that on camera that's what she did?
Right, right.
Because if you're going by her story, of course that's what she says she did. But do you have her on like on some kind of camera from other people's door ring that she was driving and that's what happened? Because just going by her story, of course.
Right, right. And the baby, I thought y'all said milk cartons, like the milk cartons, but y'all, Lord, it's been a long day. Okay, so never mind that. All right, so my thing is, how, I'm very surprised that nobody didn't videotape that because that's the trend thing.
Yeah.
People getting pow-pows and people are video recording different things, and that I'm very surprised that nobody has. Well, they're young too, so I'm very not proud, but I'm very grateful that there was no older child to videotape that because that's horrific. You know?
Yes.
That's no. I wouldn't even ask you to play that. I mean, that's crazy.
Right.
But my thing is, how? I mean, where did they learn this stuff from? But my thing is, look at the parents.
Yeah, but you know what? Under 5 years old. So they say under 5 year old. So probably the oldest was 5, and then there's a 4 and a 3, and the 3-year-old is the one that got killed with the brain damage. But I just can't see them having the strength or the knowledge to make a noose and throwing it over the rail and hanging the child.
No.
But kids get themselves in bad situations. They do get themselves in bad situations. They really do. If you don't watch them, they will get and it's weird. I've seen this baby that was in a diaper crawl over the crib. Wait till the mama get out because they had a little camera in the bedroom, and the baby looked to see if the mama was gone. As soon as the door closed, the baby crawled out of the crib, over the rail, and down the side.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
But there was a story. I forgot where it came from, and the mother went into her daughter's room and she found her daughter in the closet hung. And she said that the baby did it herself. She didn't touch her or nothing. I said that's cow clap. I'm believing that. You murdered your child for what? I don't remember where I saw it at or whatever, but this lady, she swore up and down that she didn't kill her daughter.
wow.
But anyway, yeah, this the hard pill to swallow. I mean,
Yep.
but well, I believe it's neglect of both ways, and I hope the little boy does survive.
We'll see if they get charged. Somebody's gonna have to get charged in that house. Somebody.
Yes.
I just don't believe that story.
Hey, did you see? Have you heard about that little girl in Texas?
What about her?
Audrey Cunningham.
No.
She's missing.
Okay.
She's been missing since last Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah. It's some.
You talking about the foster parent or something?
No.
Oh, because that one with the foster parent had a baby and the baby was missing. They found that baby in the sewer drainage.
Right. No, but I'm talking about this one's coming out of Texas, and supposedly, allegedly, dad's friend took her to school or something like that, and they had a visual, and they had press conferences, and they're searching for her. She didn't go get on the bus, and there's just some mess with that story.
Well, yeah,
Anyway,
that's some really terrible.
yes.
That's more in depth about maybe some sexual stuff.
Right. The babysitter, the father's friend, that's what I'm gonna call him. The father's friend, lived behind them in a camper,
Uh-huh.
and let's see what else. Oh, the father's friend, was trying to lure the mother, to go and see the child. You know, she said she didn't want to. She said that she could get in trouble. The child, the daddy had custody of the child because the mother, she was on drugs, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
So she got, so anyway, she lost custody of her. So the father's friend was saying, oh, this will be our little secret and all this and all that. Well, the child came up missing, and she's still missing. So, you know, my prayers will go out to her, but my thing is, it's just neglect. You got to be careful when you let your child hang around.
Right.
Or children.
Right.
You just got to be careful.
Exactly.
Good God. All right, Esther, I'm going to let you call somebody else or let somebody else come in and, share their thoughts.
Well, thank you for calling and trying to keep calling in. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought you was ignoring me, see there?
Nope. You always call in when somebody's on that phone, girl.
I know.
That's okay.
Look, y'all move out my way because I got some juicy gossip to tell y'all. When I get on here, I got some juicy.
Exactly.
Well, y'all take it easy, and I love y'all, and I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So, you guys, we've heard from everybody that wanted to be heard of how they feel about it. Soldier Girl says, I saw a story about a 5-year-old driving a 3-year-old, and they didn't get pulled. They didn't get put the parking lot. I did hear something about that too, where there was 2 kids under the age of 5 driving a car. I'm telling you, these kids can do some stuff, so I can't put it out that, but I just don't believe these parents' story for a reason. I'm not saying that they wasn't playing in there and it got all messed up. I just don't believe, they would have to. I just think more is going to come out of that. I just really do. And I hate that it even happened because you got to watch these kids. Anyway, you guys, we learn as we go. We learn, how this world is. I told you guys, this is about 4 years ago. I said, you guys, and if you guys remember, I said, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And the Lord tells us about how this world is going to be. My grandmother said she did not want to be here to see it. I'm going to tell you what my mother said. My mother told me that my grandmother told her she'd rather die than to see how much stuff is going to happen. And my grandmother died back in 2000. Yeah, my grandmother died back in 2000. And she had dementia, you guys. And we kept her at home. We didn't put her in the nursing home or anything. My mother, she ain't thought about that. Like I said, when we had to change her and clean her up, she said she wouldn't want that diaper on. She said that's her budget. And she would fiddle around with the budget, but the budget kept everything in the house clean. But you know, when you have women in your family that spoken to you, remember the things that they said. You know, especially when you were younger, you didn't know what they went through, and you said, "Mama didn't never tell me it was gonna be like this." You know, there's a song out there that says, "My mama told me there gonna be days like this, days like this." Mama told me, yeah. Listen to that song. Mama said there'd be days like this. Mama said there'd be days like this, or whatever, something like that. But yeah, listen to your elders. Listen to these women that has been around, has been through some things, seen some stuff. They can teach you a lot. I put myself around older women. I do. I put myself around older women, you know, because I'm going to learn more. They've been through all the experiences, and they're trying to make sure you don't have to do it or go through it. Some people, they sit back and they get all relaxed and be like, well, you know, you see, my son just called, and I was like, hey, call me back and said, he was like, you want me to come? Yeah, come on through. You know, I'm never going to stop an opportunity. Never going to stop an opportunity. Now, I don't know why you're coming. I don't know why. But when you get here, we'll make small talk and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Let me explain something else before I get off of here, you guys. I think I told you guys this, and I said I would not speak about my job experiences so much anymore. But I remember the last time we conversated, and I told you about a fellow and this, that, and the other, and what he did or whatever. And then he made his right his wrong. You know, he come to me and said, I'm sorry, we got off on the wrong foot. And they had given him 5 days, and I couldn't understand. I was like, I mean, he didn't look healthy, but he just, you know, he looked normal. You know, he did have some edema, whatever. But so I was off work for about 3-4 days, and I went back to work. They said he had passed away. And I was waiting to see him again. I just didn't believe when the doctor said he only had 5 days. He only had 5 days. I don't know how the doctor could, I guess they could see how the change of whatever was going on, whether it was cancer or was it whatever disease or whatever illness he had. But, I mean, and he knew, he told me, he was like, yeah, things done came, and I've never been ill before. This is a person that's never been ill. Never, you know, he find himself not understanding and just doing things, and people get mad. Why'd you pull your catheter out? And da-da-da-da-da. And I mean, he gave me a hard time for my money. But you know what I did? I still made sure he went to the hospital. No matter how he made me feel, I still was trying to do my best with him. So he didn't pass away on my watch. Like I said, I sent him to the hospital. Now, you know, so I hate talking about death because, you know, death was all in my family, all in the last couple of months. You know, we got my niece and then my uncle and somebody else died, and then my cousin died, and I'm like, oh my God. But you know, at the end of the day, I thank God for giving me today. We're here seeing you guys come in once again, and I appreciate you guys. But don't take it for granted. It is not promised. So in the situation that we read on and everything, you could be in that same situation. I'm telling you guys, if you look around, you'll see some people here, some people not here. And you know, and I kid you not, 3 or 4 people I know very, very close to me, you know, they're dealing with situations that we talk about every day. And their thinking is different, but they know. And I was telling a girlfriend of mine today this. People really don't want to know the truth. Did you hear what I said? People really do not want to know the truth. And if you don't believe me, try to tell somebody the truth. And they asking you for advice. Try to tell them the truth and find out how angry they get at you. They get angry because they gonna pick at it and say, well, you said it this way, or you meant that, or this, that. They want you to side with them so they can feel good. They don't really want to know the truth. You know? And that's what we're dealing with. And the thing about the truth is, in God, didn't God say He's the truth? He's the light. He's the way. And if they don't want to know the truth, it's what they're doing and what they're being of is not of God. You don't have to go and say, "Go, Lord, show me a sign." If it's not the truth, that's your sign. Okay? If it's not the truth, that's your sign. You don't need a boulder to come. You know, I know you guys do this. I know you guys be like, okay, I'm getting ready to do this, and you know, and you be like, I wonder if this is a good ideal or a bad ideal. Lord, show me a sign. Make it rain right now. No. You know the truth because it don't change. It ain't gonna be red today and pink tomorrow and red today and black tomorrow. If it's red, it's red. If it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, then guess what? That's what it is. It's a duck. Quit trying to butter it up, dress it up, put some lipstick on it. It's a duck. A pig with lipstick is still a pig. A lie is still a lie. Don't let people convince you to bow down to their God, because that's what you're doing. You're making your God a less God and saying, I'd rather take this way because it seems easy. It could be easy for me to stay there, and trust me, my money was straight. I'm not even going to get into the details of it. It was straight. And to just say, I'm out. And yeah, and after you say I'm out, I didn't sit back and say, oh God, what did I do? I know it's the right thing to do. I can't live my life and you want me to lie and you want me to sit there and continue to see. And it's getting worse because I've already let some of my values down by looking at it and going, well, maybe, I can't even have an excuse. I said it every day when I come on. Man, I ain't never seen nothing like this before in my life. They doing this. They doing that. They doing this. I would call my girlfriend. And I mean, we be on the phone. And she be hearing this stuff. And she be like, what's going on? I said, the police. What's going on? They fighting. Girl. So if anybody in here think I'm lying, hey, I got a recorder that could tell you. It was every single day. And yeah, I'm not going to wish bad, but I sit back and go, well, Lord, is you going to shut it down? Sometimes He do. Sometimes He don't. Sometimes it's set up that way so that, things can take place. Like He said, all these things have to take place before He comes. And what are we going to do while He's coming? We're going to be praying to God that He comes early because it's so much. The Bible tells you that. Especially when it comes to these babies. I'm just saying. That's what the Bible say. I didn't say it. Don't get mad at me. I didn't say it. The Lord said it. So you got a problem with me telling you what the Father said? Get mad at Him. Because He said, before He come, we're going to be praying for Him to hurry up and come. And in actuality, a lot of people don't know this. And I know some people are going to say, SP, You don't know. Yes, I do know. Let me tell you something that I learned about, words in the Bible. They're not so much of a mystery to the ones that know and love the Lord. They're not a mystery. Like people like, yeah, there's mysteries and secrets. No, it is what it is. It is what it is. You read it. When he gives you understanding, he'll tell you it comes from the Father because you asked for it. You wanted to know. Just like when he was asking, who do they say I am? And Peter was like, oh, you could be Jacob, you could be Elijah, you can be such and such. But who do you say I am? And then what did he say? Oh, you the Son of the living God. He says, there's no way you could have known that but by the Father. He had to give it to you because you couldn't even think it because you're just a person. You can't think without the Lord. You can't wake up. Some people, there was this atheist friend of mine. He was like, I said, how do you wake up in the morning? He said, with an alarm clock. Those people gonna have to be very watchful when the Lord comes. Because he says every tongue will confess and every knee will bow. So I don't sit back and go, yeah, y'all gonna get it. I wish everybody understand and know the truth. But one thing about it, I'm going to say this, you guys. They know the truth. These people around here, they know the truth. If you think for one moment that they don't know, wait until all heck break loose. You will see they know the truth. Because the first thing they say is, oh, the Lord's mad at me, or I'm going to change my ways, or Lord, could you do this? And Lord, they know. So I don't waste my time when people be like, they didn't want to listen to me. You know what? Because maybe you did something. Maybe you were drinking or smoking or cussing. And so they're thinking, what kind of Christian are you? They're judging you by the world way of judging, which, all of our sins are paid for. Which, some people know how to deal with them and some people don't. I just walk away. Because I know who I belong to. That's why I don't try to make somebody believe what I believe. I just don't. I just tell them what the words say. And if you don't believe me, just open it up for yourself. Open up that book and read. And if you really, let me tell you one thing before I get off of here, you guys. Let me tell you one thing. If you doubt or disbelieve anything of the Bible, I'm going to tell you a little secret. It's really not a secret, but I'm going to tell you a little secret. If you try it, I guarantee you give it maybe, I don't know the time, but I'll say give it 1 month. I guarantee you will see the truth. You will wish you hadn't asked. Because you be like, there's nothing in this world that's going to make you change your mind. There's nothing in this world that's going to ever change my mind. Nothing. See, I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm not a good person. God is good. I'm not a good person. I don't do certain things because I love the Lord. And I don't want to make him sad because he brought me in this world and there's things I'm supposed to do. I want him to be very proud of me. I do. I'm going to do things wrong. I mess up all the time. I'll say a cuss word whenever I get mad. I'm grown. But I try not to. Because I know he don't like it. Not because the church told me not to do it. Or my husband don't like it or whatever. Because he make me mad and he say, don't cuss at me no more. And I say, well, you making me mad. But here's the thing. He makes me a better person because I don't have to deal with somebody of that nature. But let me tell you right now, before I get off, what to do. I done it, and trust and believe, he opened my eyes. I just asked. Not the stuff, they teach you in church. If you want to become, born again, ask the Lord to receive him in your heart. And all of that is just rumble, jumble. It is true, but you got to really mean it. You guys understand what I'm saying? So what I did was I said, you know what, Lord? I was praying one day, talking to myself. All kind of crap happened or whatever, and I was like, Lord, you know what? I learned about you when I was a kid, but this is what people told me. And a lot of this stuff don't make sense. And they say that they changed the Bible and a man wrote the Bible. And then I've learned about other people, and I'm not talking about Adam and Eve. I'm talking about this one lady named Lilith. Okay, I don't even want to say too much. But I'm talking to the Lord and I'm saying, I want to get it right. Show me. Let me know that you are real. Because dividing the sea and blood over the doorpost and all this stuff, making people blind, and I want to know if it's true, if you're true. That's what I want to know. And you show me that, and I'll try my best. I know once you show me, that's it. That's it. We locked together. And you know what? I'm not going to tell you what he showed me, because you wouldn't believe a spiritual realm anyway. How not one time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but back to back, a whole bunch of stuff. And you know what? That's it. So my husband is happy. Not that I'm a good woman. He knows that, guess what? I ain't going to cheat. You know what? Not because of him. It ain't because of him. It's because I don't want to. And before I cheat, I will walk away. Because of marriage, we did that in front of the Lord and wanted the Lord to bless us. And I believe that is the person I'm supposed to be with, no matter whatever happens. And that's why he married me. He didn't marry me for my looks. He tell you that. He didn't marry me for my cooking. He'll tell you that too. He can tell you he didn't marry me for the boom boom either. He'll tell you that too. He married me because that, you know what? He knows, like, I don't want to make the Lord angry. Once I believe that this is where he's got me, this is where I'm going to stay. And whoever don't understand that, that's on them. But I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. And I want the Lord to be proud of me, because he kept his end. He opened my eyes. And let me tell you something. Before then, he didn't open my eyes. So I was running around here quoting scriptures. I was, and all this other stuff, Yeah, running around houses, naming it and claiming it and all this. I was doing all kind of stuff I was taught in the church. But once I did get my eyes open, like everybody's like, what you mean your eyes is open? Your eyes is open. No, they are not. Until he show you. And that's one thing too. Then I had a question about that, because in the Bible it says that the people that loves the Lord, they don't know what I know. And he tells us not to be bragging on that. I'm not bragging on that. But I'm blessed. Because, when you know something, you can make a better decision. You guys understand what I'm saying? Yes, son?
Hey, you want to come open up this back door?
Yes, son. Here I come.
All
right. So you guys, think about that. All right? Let me go open up the door for this boy before he freeze. And I will see you guys soon, all right?